Digital stamps are a popular trend on the likes of Etsy and other digital platforms. They are, at the time of uploading this video, quite competitive, however, with something like over 80,000 searches for the phrase digital stamps. But if you niche down, you can get a much more acceptable level. An example is digital stamps leaves, only 2,000 searches. So if you can quickly and easily create your own digital stamps, you can tap into this market as another digital product to add to your shops. Now, if you've not been here before, my name's Jane Willingale of Silver Zone Printables, and I create videos for this channel around low content publishing and digital printables for Etsy and similar platforms. And if that's the kind of thing that interests you, then click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos like this. And if you find this video helpful, then please do click on the like button to help this video get seen and help me grow this channel. That would be very much appreciated. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your own brushes in Affinity Photo, which is a really useful thing to be able to do to add for stamps and just general graphics that you can add in different ways. So I have a couple of public domain images open here. One is a set of maple leaves, the other is a little twig from an olive tree. And I'm going to show you very quickly how to turn both of these into brush stamps. It's a stamp type brush rather than a painting brush, but there's lots of painting brushes already available anyway, so I wouldn't even worry about trying to create your own of those. So first of all, we have to select the leaves on the page. So we choose the selection brush tool, which is Control W for a shortcut. Sorry, W for a shortcut. And the brush size we can take up somewhat, and if you remember, this is controlled by the square bracket keys, right hand one for larger brush, left hand one for smaller brush. And I'm just going to go round and very roughly select the leaves, and then I will tidy it up in a minute, because this really is a pretty quick process. Okay, I have selected all of that now, and selected all the bits in between, and it works best with nice clean images like this where you haven't got lots of busy backgrounds. You can do it that way, but it's a lot more work to cut out. So now we're going to go to brushes at the tab at the right hand side here, and you can choose a new category by creating here. I've already got one set up, but otherwise you would create new category. In fact, we'll do it anyway. And as I've already got one set up called brushes 2, I will use that. And we will then go to the menu again and choose new brush from selection. And that's it. That's literally all you have to do. And just to prove that it's done it, we'll go to the other image, and we will choose the brush, which is over here on the left hand side, and use the paintbrush tool, and there you go, one new brush. And you can use your left and right keys to change the angle of the brush so that you can add the graphics where you want them. And it's in the same way that we grew all the other brushes, you use your left and right square bracket keys to make it bigger or smaller. So that opens up a large catalogue of images that you can use to help create your colouring books, to help create your graphics, and to help create your printables. So I just come out of that brush, and I can do exactly the same thing with this one. My brush size is a bit small again, so we'll make it a bit bigger. But we do a very quick selection of the image. Take the brush size down. And remember, it's Alt to deselect on the outside before you use your mouse to then guide the dotted lines around the outside of your image. There is a huge range of these kind of images in the public domain that are perfect for this sort of thing. Trust me, I've spent hours looking at them. There we go. A bit rough, but that's good enough for this purpose. So if I now go once again to the top right hand corner menu and choose new brush from selection, it will now add that to my choices here. And if I deselect, which is Control D, and then choose the paintbrush again on the left hand side, which is actually B, which I've forgotten to use, and choose the new brush, it will now paint that down for me. It's actually chosen part of the previous one, but there we go. The principle is the same. And you can resize, as I said, and use the graphics in any way for borders, for frames, for background images, all sorts, which you perhaps would not have thought of doing if it was just a standard image. Brushes are also quite popular on Etsy to sell as a bundle. If you had a dozen or so of different types, say all leaves or all flower heads, they make quite a popular digital download. Having created your new digital stamp, you'll then want to export it so you can sell it. And to do that, you will come up here to the right hand side. Make sure you're in brushes, click again on the right hand top corner and choose export brushes. Call it whatever you want to call it. In my case, we'll call it the maple leaf because that's what it is, and save. And then you will find it in the folder that you got your image from, which in my case was my flower images file. And it will be listed as an AF brushes file. Ignore the fact that this is showing a publisher icon. For some reason, all my Affinity files seem to show up as publisher instead of the program I've actually been working in. This is ever since version 2. But a photo brush is what it is, and you can then save that file to a zip file with any other brushes so that you can sell it on the likes of Etsy. So remember to drill down and look out for unusual niches that maybe have less competition. I've been Jane Willingale of Silverzone Printables. Until the next time, thanks for watching.